Uh, Not really. I assume we're just jumping right into the skit.
Yeah, we'll jump right into the skit. Justin, whenever you edit it, maybe do. Of course, I did put cue music though, didn't I? I was just gonna say maybe do
Yep.
do the vocals
Yeah.
before we do everything else.
Yeah. Got
And
it.
make sure I got the proper Mario here.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Actually, can I test something real quick?
Sure.
Just to make sure if the... Alright, I'm going to hit a microphone mute button just in case I have to cough or anything. Make sure it's not still going here. Is it... Can you guys still hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Shit. Alright.
Oh yeah, none of that during the show.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure that it didn't work. If it didn't work, I'll just click the mute microphone thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Have we hit record yet?
Not yet. As far as I know, anyway.
We hit record on the on Google Hangouts. Why? You got some big secrets you need to tell everybody?
No. I was just asking for Audacity.
No, I haven't done it on Dusty yet.
I don't know. I like secrets.
I don't have any secrets today.
We just air our dirty secrets all over the internet, anyways.
Hell, if you listen to the interview episode with Tadpog, you know some of mine. Anyway.
Let's see, what was I gonna do? I had something I had to do real quick. Oh yeah. I gotta pull up that skit.
That is something to do, yes.
Would you like to see an old wooden ship in an ornament?
I would. I approve. Would you like to see my hoodie?
Sweet, we need to get some hoodies.
What's Paul?
Yeah, it's my show.
I like it.
Paul playing today.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
When did you want to release this? Did you want to release this by Wednesday or just like
I'm
on
thinking
Halloween?
I'm thinking on
On
Halloween.
Halloween? Okay.
Yeah.
Approved.
Hold on one second.
Nothing need my approval.
There we go.
All good?
I think so.
Cool beans.
All right, give me just a second, and then I'll bring us in with the skit.
Sweet.
Well, actually, we need to time our start time on the Audacity, right?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, ready to hit record?
Yeah.
Okay.
You good to go?
1, 2, 3, go.
Testing?
Testing.
Testing.
All right,
Check, check.
mine's going. All right, now let me get a drink and I'll break this in.
You should be drinking coffee.
How do you know? How do you know what's in this cup?
Usually people don't drink coffee with a straw.
If it's iced coffee, maybe. We'll give him benefit of the doubt on that one.
True. It's true.
All right, here we go.
What's in the cup?
I'm not telling.
Liquor.
Maybe. No, it's water.
And vodka.
The breakfast of champions.
And a little bit of whiskey.
Just a
Irish water?
yeah. Yep, Irish water. Kentucky water.
Ah, moonshine.
All right.
All right, here we go. Hey, Justin.
What's up, man?
I'm just so tired today. I just don't know what to do. Instead of doing the show, can we just like take a nap?
You know, I'm always down for a nap.
Sweet. How about you, Mario? You want to take a nap?
Oh yeah.
Well, wait. Mario's been dead for like 20 episodes.
You want to take a nap on this episode, huh? You're already asleep.
Freddy
Freddy
Krueger.
Krueger?
That's right, boys. No break for you today. Today, you get to play my game.
No!
Mario. Perfect timing.
All right,
Okay.
I'll cut that.
Maybe
short,
put
so-
some scary music in there too. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, that'd be good.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
I remember the whole lyric.
I don't remember it. I just remember that part.
I think it's 3-4. Better lock your door. I don't remember the rest of it, to be honest with you.
5, 6, pick up sticks.
Yes, 5, 6, pick up sticks.
Sure.
All right. So now we can go into the regular show. So, as people may or may not have figured out from our amazing intro, we are doing Nightmare on Elm Street today.
Yeah,
Scary stuff.
very scary.
And today we also have a guest. The guest that we were technically supposed to have had on for the Legacy of the Wizard episode and goofed that one up. Paul from What's Paul Playing Today?
Hey, folks.
How's it going, Paul?
Yep.
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's a good day.
Is it? That's good. You're not still mad at us, are you?
No, I wasn't mad to begin with, man.
Okay.
You're the one who got all upset about it.
Okay. I did. I cried myself to sleep. So no worries. No worries.
Nah, not at all.
So Paul, would you tell people just a quick little blip about your show, and then we'll come back to it at the end?
Oh, sure. So essentially, it's literally a show about me playing games for my own entertainment, and hopefully yours as well. I go live stream all kinds of stuff. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 2 and Fallout in preparation for Fallout 4, which I'm going to probably live stream the whole thing, hopefully.
Ooh,
Nice.
wow, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I'm pretty
about?
excited about the game.
Yeah.
What's that?
What about
I'm pretty
Nightmare
excited
on?
about that.
I have no
All
idea
right.
what you just said. Sorry.
Sorry, we must have a little bit of a lag here. I said I'm pretty excited about Fallout 4. Justin
Oh, I'm
said,
stoked.
what about Nightmare on Elm Street?
I couldn't beat it. I got really close, but it's one of those Nintendo hard games that you've got to adjust to LJN's crap factor.
Yeah.
It's an LJN game. You've got to adjust to it, and then eventually, once you do, you're like, yeah, this is a pretty okay game, and then you die and die and die.
Yeah. So speaking of LJN, Justin, do you have any history about LJN?
I do. So
we're gonna. By the way, we're gonna just gloss right over the usual YouTube football talk because I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
So
just more depression. More
Yep.
depression.
So history of Nightmare on Elm Street.
So Nightmare on Elm Street was a game loosely based on the movie by the same name. Never heard of the movie actually.
Yeah, me either. And I would say loosely based as in like suspenders versus belt in the way it makes your pants feel.
Okay, it's a
Yeah.
pretty good analogy.
I can
Yeah. Okay. So LJN was the publisher of this game, but it was actually developed by a different company. Anybody know what company actually developed this game?
I do not. Is this part of the quiz game?
I didn't make a quiz
Return of the
game.
quiz game?
I didn't make a quiz game. I didn't think about it, but it was just a little snippet quiz question.
Okay.
It was actually developed by Rare,
Really?
which I was actually kind of surprised, because the game
it
pretty
makes
much,
a little bit of
but-
sense, but I'll talk about that when we talk about the gameplay.
But anyway, maybe I kind of gave my opinion about it, but too early. But anyway, but it was published by LJ, and LJN, of course, got all the movie franchises. It seems. They also developed Friday the 13th, which they also did not develop that game. They just published it as well. and that was released a year earlier. And a lot of people said that there was a lot of similarities between these two games.
Similarities between our two shows too, because our show about Friday the 13th was released a year earlier.
On Halloween. That's right.
This is getting weird.
Mhm.
Solid.
So it was released in October of 1990, and one aspect about this game that many other NES games did not have was a 4-player mode, which is pretty cool, I guess. I've never played the 4-player mode, but
I haven't either.
you can, using an NES Satellite or NES Foursquare, use a 4-player mode. But one thing about this game is it was changed for some reason. According to Nintendo Power, the original game, you weren't going to be the teenagers, you were going to be Freddy Krueger.
That
And
sounds
you were
cool.
trying to kill the teenagers before they got all of your bones.
Well, fun fact
So-
about that.
The original synopsis was read, "You are Freddy Krueger. A horde of obnoxious teenagers is trying to get rid of you by finding your scattered bones and burying them. The only way to stop them is to kill them. You can travel along Elm Street, through the electrical and plumbing lines, or step into a mirror and step in another room. The kids have weapons to battle with, and some of them even possess powerful dream alter egos. But if you can strike before they wake, they'll trouble you no more. So sharpen your finger razors and get ready to slash, 'cause Freddy's here."
Sweet.
And that version of the game was actually canceled because they figured it would be kind of controversial, I guess. If you're running around trying to kill teenagers, maybe that wouldn't go over so well. I don't know. In the video game world.
At the time, probably not.
At the
Although,
time, at the time.
tangent. Have you guys heard about the Friday the 13th game?
I was just about to mention that. I'm excited about that. It's a fun looking game. Have you seen the videos for it?
No, I haven't watched the videos. I just heard about it just
Oh, they're
yesterday.
sweet.
Actually. It looks pretty cool because it's online, 8 players. One player is Jason, and the rest of the players are campers.
Yep.
Ooh.
But it looks pretty sweet.
They showed one of the videos from the dev team doing it, and 2 of the devs were trying to get the boat started. 2 of them were actually in the boat. 2 others were running down the dock. The problem is you can only fit 2 people in the boat, and Jason was right behind them. So like, nope, we're out. They just took the boat and just answered. It was great.
But this their decision to cancel it was probably a pretty good idea, because apparently a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game was released for the Atari 2600 where you were the murderer, and it was pretty much a failure because many people refused to sell it. So
Used to
Anyway.
sell. Oh, stores used to sell it. I got you.
It was banned in most stores and sold
Yeah.
poorly. It was also an objectively terrible game.
Also in this game, obviously it didn't get a lot of great reviews, but one thing that we'll talk about a little bit when we get to the gameplay is the music, and the music was actually created by David Wise
Mm-hmm.
of Wizards and Warriors, one of my personal favorites, Anticipation.
Wizards and Warriors. Sorry. Hey, you did that on that episode. For some reason, it's got stuck in my head ever since.
Yeah. Okay. Those songs from Anticipation are still stuck in my head years later. But he did Battletoads, a lot of other very popular games, even popular soundtracks. So, anyway, Michael, did you have this game?
No, I did not have this game. I've actually never had this game. I was not able to pick it up. But this is kind of a short show recording, so I actually didn't have time to pick it up. So I actually played the demo version,
Mm-hmm.
air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't play this on the actual cartridge. Did you have it, Justin? I'm guessing you didn't. This doesn't sound like a game you
No.
would have.
No, I didn't have the game. And interestingly enough, did you watch this movie as a kid?
No, I never really watched this movie as a kid either.
No. See, I I was kind of a big chicken. I didn't like horror movies when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And of course, I was really young when this movie came out, so yeah, it was pretty much an off-limits movie. I think I've probably seen it later on, but
I watched it
definitely
later.
not.
I watched it much later on, and it was okay. But I was more of a Friday the 13th fan myself.
Hmm.
I kind of, for some reason, in my head, the movies have always been like rivals to each other, and so for some reason, I felt like I had to pick my favorite, even though I could technically like them both if I wanted to.
Hmm.
Then there was that culmination of the rivalry with Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, I heard that movie's actually
Yeah.
pretty good, but I
It was
haven't
pretty
seen it.
decent, actually. They
Yeah,
got some
I
cool
didn't-
alternate endings.
I did actually see that movie, and I thought it was pretty good too.
I
But
got
the
a quiz for
original
you guys.
Nightmare on Elm Street was a Wes Craven movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
Does that make it good?
well, Wes Craven's pretty popular.
He is the master of horror, after all.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Fun fact.
Recently passed away.
What big star was in A Nightmare on Elm Street?
I think Johnny Depp was in the first one, wasn't he? Or the second one, maybe?
That's right. He was in the first one.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I knew he was like in Platoon earlier in his career, but
I didn't know he was in
didn't know
Platoon.
about.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
people
he's in Platoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much everybody's in Platoon.
Yeah, so
I'm sure Samuel L. Jackson's in there somewhere.
Yeah,
well,
probably.
of course he's in every movie, right?
What were we talking about? I got distracted.
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
We're playing the Platoon game for NES?
That'd be awesome, actually. I'm down for that.
Why that was never made.
Paul, they actually did make it, I think.
They did?
Yeah,
Yep.
they did.
It was
It's
terrible.
not an LJN game, is it?
It's not. It's not.
No.
But it was made, I promise.
So did you have this game, Paul, the cart? Were you
As a kid? Yeah, I actually owned this one and Friday the 13th.
Big horror guy yourself?
No, not at all. My folks were were a horror family, and they ended up buying both the games for me because reasons. I'm really not sure.
They
why.
wanted to play them, or wanted to watch you play them, maybe.
You will like
possible.
a scary movie. We want you to stay up all night and have nightmares. You will watch this movie.
Pretty much.
That's funny. So there you go. I didn't have it. Justin didn't have it. Paul had it, but I'm guessing because you were doing it. I don't know if you did it on your show or not, but
I did.
I don't really know. You probably didn't play the NES version for your show. I don't know if you normally do that.
I unfortunately it's extremely difficult to hook up a console to a capture card and then hook up the capture card to the PC. So no, I played the demo version like you did, but I do own the card. It's on my shelf over there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can start talking about the game. I honestly, normally we talk about memories of playing as a kid. So I guess I want to just quickly say I was honestly impressed in that I thought it was going to be worse than it actually was. But then I'd like to turn it over to you, Paul, and tell me what your experience was playing as a kid.
As a kid, I honestly don't have very many memories except pure anger, mostly because it's an LJN game. They're generally kind of crappy, and you have to adjust to that crap factory level. And as a kid, I had it when I was really young, so I was just like, this is a terrible game. It's just Haunted House. So I set it aside for better things and just kept the cartridge for over the years because I'm a freaking pack rat.
Yeah, that's all right. It probably turned out to be pretty beneficial nowadays as far as the games
for the most
go.
part.
Yeah.
So Justin, I didn't ever even rent this either. Did you ever rent it?
No, like I said, when I was a kid, I was not much of a horror guy. A lot of kids liked horror movies. I remember, like, on the playground, people talking about Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, but I was a big chicken. I didn't watch horror, so I didn't play the games either, because I was just like, I'm not scaring myself like that. And still to this day, I'm kind of like that. Now I'll watch a horror movie nowadays, but it's like, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
But, I played this game, and when I first started playing it, I was like, so like the first, just right off the bat, you get the snakes, and it's a side scroller, and it looks and feels just like Friday the 13th.
It does,
And I was
kind of,
like-
yeah.
I was like, oh gosh, here we go. But as I played it, there's more aspects to this game than Friday the 13th had. Friday the 13th seemed to have just I don't know, there wasn't much to Friday the 13th, but I thought there was a lot more to this game than Friday the 13th, which I'll give props to Rare for that, not LJN.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When you said it was developed by Rare instead of I guess whoever LJN's typical person is, whether it be themselves or somebody.
It was Atlas usually.
I thought it kind of made sense just because it plays a little more fluidly than the other LJN games that I've played recently. I don't know how you feel about that, Paul, but I just felt like this was one of the, even though it's still an LJN game and it's still not great, it's one of the better LJN games, I would say.
I agree. It's got some decently tight controls for an LJN game, which is saying a lot. When you said it reminded me of Friday the 13th, I think the only thing that it has over Friday the 13th is the fact that you aren't throwing rocks over the heads of zombies. That was one of the worst things.
Yeah, no, you're punching snakes in the face.
Which is why you. This has got to be the hardest person in the world to punch a snake to death. Come on.
Well,
punch
not
snakes.
just any snake. I mean, this is pretty much like it. I mean, not many snakes can stand on, like, I don't know what you call that, but when a snake
they can't arch themselves up.
Only like a cobra can do that.
Yeah, it's like a cobra or something. Yeah, that's scary.
So you're just punching cobras in the face.
Yeah.
And bats and all kinds of weird creatures.
Punching bats, punching zombies.
Skeletons.
Eventually you punch skulls with ear flaps that use for wings. It's just weird.
Yeah, so the character in this game he's pretty tough.
Yeah, he's kind of a BA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention in history, that in 2013 the Nintendo Entertainment Collectibles came out with an 8-bit figurine of Freddy Krueger.
Huh.
So, and they also came out with Jason Voorhees too for both games. But I thought that was pretty interesting. It's like the what am I trying to say? Usable amiibo.
Yeah. It doesn't have DLC on it.
No DLC on that one? Okay.
Did Jason have the purple jumpsuit as opposed to his regular clothing?
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to look it up right now.
Because let's be honest, dude, that's kind of ridiculous, that purple jumpsuit.
Right.
At least Freddy looked like Freddy.
I kind of like the purple jumpsuit. Because they use purple for black in these games, you know?
Yeah.
Because purple's, I guess, makes it easier to see. You don't want to make it
easier to see in the background.
Black on the, whoa. I mean, you may want a black guy, but you don't want a guy in a black suit.
Yeah. He blends into the environment, and in fact, every reason that you wear that stuff in horror movies is every reason you don't want them for a video game.
So while you're looking that up, Justin, I got a little something else for us.
It appears he is in the purple jumpsuit.
That's awesome.
Ta-da!
You're talking about the manual.
That's right.
Yes.
The manual.
Now, what I read in the history version was what was supposed to be in the manual.
So now let's find out what's actually in the manual.
Actually in the manual.
Let's see. Safety tips.
Oh, okay.
The usual.
Yeah, the usual safety tips. Don't clean with benzene.
Because everybody has benzene just, laying around the house.
Yeah.
But do you not?
Maybe they did back then.
Benzene?
It's like,
hey, honey, can you get my benzene, please?
Okay. Trouble. Something frightening has happened on Elm Street lately. Each walking day heralds the discovery of another neighborhood teen that has passed away in the dark stillness of the night. Everyone says it's natural causes, but it's almost as if something, or maybe someone, has been picking them off one by one as they sleep. It's a horrible nightmare come true, and this one has a name. Freddy Krueger. Trademark. It's up to you and your remaining friends to search Elm Street for his scattered bones and throw them all into the high school furnace. Wait a minute. Why does this high school have a furnace?
It might be an old high school.
I think that Yeah, I think
I would
that
like
was
to keep
actually
for
something
heat.
that was pretty
For heat.
Yeah.
I got you.
popular.
I was just thinking like furnace for burning bones because it doesn't have to be super hot.
No, I imagine it
You're
works
talking
like a
about
boiler.
like a incinerator, like
Yeah,
a
like
cremator.
like for
Isn't that
cremation.
Those things actually do burn at an extremely high temperature.
yeah?
I
Isn't that
know.
how they
It's
killed
like
him
insane.
in the film as well?
Actually, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
wow.
it is.
Very accurate game here.
At least semi-accurate.
Let's see. If
Yeah.
you can just stay awake long enough, you might end Freddy Krueger's reign of terror for good. But you'd better hurry. It's getting late, and you can feel those eyelids getting heavier and heavier with each passing minute. Dun dun dun. So, a word about 3 or 4 players. You can play with 3 or 4 players. If you don't have it, 2 characters won't be controllable. So, I guess they still put 4 in there, regardless
Right.
of whether you're playing. If you play 1 player, you're 1 player. But if you play 2 through 4, then they stick 4 on screen. I don't know. I hadn't tried it.
Yeah,
So.
I haven't either.
But it's saying if you don't have it, 2 of the characters won't be controllable. Not that 2 of the characters won't be there. So I don't know.
It says they won't be controllable, but you just don't play them because if you're 1 player on the screen, you're 1 player on the screen. There's no 4 players. They're just not there.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
I think
It's
maybe they're just phrasing it weird. Yeah, because I can't imagine they would stick 4 characters on the screen and then you just like walk off and leave them or something.
I'd be okay with that.
They're
yeah,
bait for
use them as
Freddy.
bait. Yeah, it's perfect.
Heck with you guys. I'm out.
The law of nature, as long as you're faster than everybody else.
That's right.
Buildings and such. I like that. Buildings and such.
Oh, so these snakes are actually Freddy snakes.
I see. The picture shows them as Freddy snakes.
That's just really disturbing.
He's a Freddy snake in Freddy
What-
versus Jason too.
Yeah, one of the movies he turns into a Freddy snake.
Yeah.
All right. There's the dream meter. Okay, so I didn't really understand the dream meter. Do you guys understand that? Does it just always tick down no matter what?
It always ticks down no matter what, and once you get down to the end, see, there's a weird thing where you can only take 4 hits. Once you hit 4 times, you're dead. You can also grab some coffee to perk yourself up. You can. It's essentially once you get down to dream mode, which I don't know why you'd want to leave dream mode, but I don't know if you guys want to get into that later or what. But
Yeah. No, go ahead. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
okay, once you're in dream mode, you can become one of the 3 other personas: the athlete, the necromancer, or the shadow warrior.
Which is a throwback to like the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
the Dream Warriors. There you go.
Why would you not want to be them? Why would you want to be awake and just be some dude who walks around punching things?
Yeah, I
You
don't
get
know.
projectiles with the other 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's an
I don't know.
internet- Shadow Warrior.
It's Shadow Warrior, the ninja.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would make sense if you couldn't die in the day world or something, or if there weren't bad guys in the day world or something.
Yeah, it would be a lot better, but at the same time, it's just, I'm gonna go around punching snakes that have Freddy's face on them. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a BA.
See, I'm thinking that it would have made more sense, and this is not the way it is for people who are listening, so who haven't played the game. But it would have made more sense to me if the daytime awake world was maybe nothing but platforming. There's no snakes and bats and stuff.
Sure.
And then when you run out of daytime or when you fall asleep, then all the enemies appear, right?
Absolutely.
But
It
that's
makes
not the way.
total sense.
That's not the way the game works.
No,
that's-
not at all.
So that
So-
would entice you to stay awake, right? Because then
Yeah.
you can avoid bad guys. But
Did you guys have trouble entering buildings?
yes, what I guess once I found the ones you could enter, then I didn't have
Right.
trouble.
So I had trouble because you have to hold up, guys. If you end up playing this game, please, when you're trying to enter the building, hold the up button for a few seconds as opposed to just tapping it. Otherwise, you won't actually enter the building. You'd just be sitting there walking around trying to figure out why you can't enter buildings.
Yeah.
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 Oh, look at the acrobat.
Those are some some
I
80s
didn't know
panty
that
there.
acrobats. I didn't know that acrobats participated in javelin, but I guess
They
they
do.
I guess.
Olympic
Plus,
acrobat.
what's with the
can't beat
unitard?
dodging.
I kind of like the unitard.
That's
Excuse me.
yeah.
Bless you.
Look, what about his shoes? What are those elf shoes?
They look like it,
They
don't they?
turn up at the yeah.
Maybe they're Chucks. They just didn't lace all the way.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe those are his socks. He's got fancy socks.
You got fancy frilly
Fancy
socks.
socks,
Fancy socks.
Maybe they're sweat socks or something.
Christmas socks, Halloween socks.
Whoa, necromancer.
Necromancer's sweet as heck.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
she's wearing an outfit that's got a bunch of space stuff on it,
Yeah.
like
She's a
Saturn and the
wizard.
moon and
Like,
stars.
Well,
very much.
It's supposed to be the planets aligning or some stuff. I don't know. We'll just go with it.
Okay. Now, were these things
Isn't
in the
that what
movie?
wizards are supposed to wear?
I think, Justin, you said Nightmare on Elm Street 3 had the personas?
Yes. The Nightmare on 3. I think the title of the movie is actually Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors or something.
Gotcha.
I haven't seen the movie.
I haven't either.
I remember reading last night when I was reading about this game and stuff that it said that this was a throwback to the third movie. And then I looked at the title of the third movie is Dream Warriors.
That sounds like a ridiculous movie. If they actually go
agree.
in there and become ninjas and stuff, that sounds pretty.
I don't think it was one of the popular ones.
I kind of want to see it now, though.
This was after Wes Craven only did like the first one and then one in the 90s. So he didn't do that one.
Yeah.
His hands are clean from that.
Which Dream Warrior was your favorite in the game? Either
Well,
one of you.
in the game, the Necromancer was pretty cool. But after seeing that picture of the acrobat, I'm leaning towards acrobat.
Yeah.
Just because
Actually,
I'm
I like that.
stressed.
I actually like the acrobat in the game, and I like him even more now that he's got the unitard.
The Shadow Warrior was the best for most of the bosses, though, if only because of the flying kick, which kind of renders you invincible if you hit the enemies properly.
Yes, I didn't try that.
Oh man, for the flying bosses, he was the best, hands down.
See, I
That's
just like the acrobat because he flipped and he had the javelin.
Yep.
I like that. It was a good projectile, the javelin.
Still confused about the javelin.
Well, just go with it.
Just go with it, yeah.
Oh,
You do realize
you're supposed to go with it.
it's just a dream, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
Don't ask questions.
Help.
Coffee.
Or the radio. The coffee keeps you from going to sleep. The radio wakes you up.
Yep.
And in the levels, as you're going through, if you notice where you're awake, the coffee will be, and if you go to sleep, the radio is going to be where the coffee is.
Ah.
Yeah, they're in the
Yeah,
same place.
makes
They just
sense.
kind of swapped them out.
The serious sounds from this boombox will snap you back to the waking world.
The serious sounds. I like it.
You know, if this game was made today, coffee would be replaced with like Monster Energy or something.
Or cocaine, you know.
Yeah, or meth.
Does meth keep you awake?
I think so. I wouldn't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know either. I just
For like
know the
days.
cocaine by reputation.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
meth
meth
is
keeps you
like-
awake for like a week at a time.
It keeps you. Yeah, it keeps you awake for like days. Yeah.
Well, all right then.
And you also carry your children out into the woods and drop them off and just leave them because you think some fairy told you to or something. It's
Well, because Freddy Krueger told you to.
yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Well, it's got dark really quick.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and by kids I mean your meatloaf that you made. You know, it's not really kids.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to
Take your
figure out a way to lighten the mood, and for some reason, meatloaf came out.
I am hungry now, though. So you've accomplished something.
Here's the bad news: the things that you face in the game. Freddy, trademark. Who else?
I love how the
Yeah.
Nightcrawler is just a really angry cat.
Yeah, it's not like a demonic cat or anything.
It's just a really, really upset cat.
I don't know. He doesn't really look that upset to me. He just kind of looks like he almost looks like he's smiling.
Yeah, maybe. Well, but you can tell by the hair standing up and the
Oh, yeah,
tattooing
okay.
its legs that it's really upset about something.
I got
Like
you.
you are unwelcome in its neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And
Like
I
you
like
forgot
how
to
they,
feed him.
and not just with Night Prowler with the cat, but some of these names, like they just refuse to call them by what they're typically called, like
Oh.
Shambler.
Yeah, I mean it's a zombie, right?
I think at the time Universal still owned the property rights to. Uh, it was essentially Frankenstein's monster. Let's be honest here.
Well, they
Yeah.
could have. I thought they were. I just kind of considered them zombies.
Yeah, maybe. And the
And then you
Hound is
got-
just.
Yeah.
Did
just
they own the
punch him.
property rights to Skeleton?
I don't
Or
think there were
Bat.
any
Bat.
sort of property rights on those, but yeah. I appreciate that they attempted creativity, but they failed on every level.
Yes.
The Hound's
What should
is
we name
actually
this
pretty.
skeleton?
He's pretty chill. The Hound's like, yeah, I'm panting. I'm chill here. It's fine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he just kind of looks like a wolf.
Looks tired. He looks tired.
Yeah,
He's
tired
running.
wolf. Yeah, somebody give that dog some water.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, that's it for the manual.
All right.
So, like I said earlier, I was actually going into this knowing it was LJN and knowing it was going to be a movie property and probably like I assumed it was going to be just like Friday the 13th, and it was a lot like Friday the 13th. But I was actually a little bit impressed. Now, take that with a grain of salt. Impressed meaning better than I expected, not actually good. You know, so
Yeah, you've
When you
got
come in with
that.
low standards, then,
yeah.
it goes up pretty quick.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'll be honest here. I actually kind of had a bit of fun with it once you, like I said earlier, once you adjusted to the crap factor that is an LGN game. It was a fun challenge. It actually kind of reminded me of Dark Souls because you will die a lot, and once you actually beat a challenge, it's pretty rewarding.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, go ahead, Jason.
No, go ahead, Mike. I think you're gonna follow his comment.
No, I was just going to agree with him,
Okay.
pretty much.
The thing that frustrated me though on the levels is having to collect all the bones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And they didn't really tell you you're supposed to collect all the bones.
It's
Yeah,
not readily apparent, but there's only one area that I noticed that where the bones weren't really obvious and weren't already on your way to the next portion of the level, so it wasn't too terrible.
Yeah, well, see, it wouldn't be too terrible for somebody who naturally, when they play games, collects everything. But
right.
a lot of times in games, I don't even really try. I mean, unless I know it's for a reason, then I really don't.
Yeah,
I'm not a collectathon kind of guy, so.
Yeah, I'm a run and gun style. It's like the to give an example, like the worst for Super Mario 64 for me, the worst stars, the stars that I always got last, were the collect the 8 red coins.
I think everybody hates those.
I don't like to collect. It's just like, so that was an aspect that I wasn't really a big fan of. But to be honest with you, I thought the game was not bad. It was very playable. Unlike Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, you felt like you just wanted to put it up immediately.
Yeah, I think part of the.
And this one wasn't bad.
I think part of what helps that is that Freddy is not constantly after you necessarily, like Jason was in Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you see Freddy, but he's normally like in a boss role, right?
Yep.
Whereas
Right.
in Friday the 13th, Jason was always around. I mean, he was always like on your heels, bugging the crap out of you, and you're so confused at what to do. Not to go back to Friday the 13th, but I'm just saying that this game is less confusing, although it's still confusing because you can't really figure out which doors you can go in or not.
Right.
But you're not constantly being pestered by Freddy the whole time while you're
There's a
trying to
little
figure out
more-
where to go.
Yeah, and there's a little more platforming. I mean, Friday the 13th pretty much didn't have anything.
Other than
Well,
trying
not
to jump
really.
over zombie heads.
Yeah, unless you were in the cave, really. The cave is the only platforming sections. What I did like about this one was that the only time Freddy would harass you inside the levels itself was when you were asleep. So that was the only real deterrent you had for
Yeah.
going to sleep was Freddy coming out, and then that ridiculous screen, Freddy's coming, with the trademark on it.
Yeah,
Which
that's
Yeah.
it
funny.
would be pretty sweet if it didn't have the ridiculous trademark.
You actually can't get away from that trademark anywhere in the game, in the manual, anywhere. Every time it says
Not at
Freddy, there's a little trademark there.
even this right here. I was gonna wait to bring this up, but since we're talking about it, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm
Your
gonna
daughter?
screen share this right here. The
Oh,
end
I never
screen.
actually got that.
I never got it, but I did see it when I was researching about this game. Well, first of all, there's some English going on,
Yep.
but also Freddy is trademarked. So the evil is purged, fire purifies all. The bones are ashes, soon to be dust. Freddy is dead, and the nightmare is ended.
Or has it?
So
Nice.
Freddy trademarked there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's. I get that they have trademarks to file, but come on, guys. Really?
Mhm.
You could at least just trademark the front screen and not every mention of him in the entire game. They were probably
Wait.
dictated that.
Is Freddy really something you can trademark? I mean, the guy.
Yep.
It's a guy's name.
It's just a name. Yeah.
I mean, I understand
but-
Nightmare on Elm Street, but
It's all in context, though.
yeah.
So, what about the one thing that it's like, or has it? Of course, you say, well, that's opening up to a sequel that never happened. But
Yeah.
can any horror movie just end? Like, it seems like every horror movie has to like have some kind of like little cliffhanger at the end of it.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know. Every movie I've ever seen pretty much is just, is it really over? Is he really dead?
Yeah. You see like some movement or something at the end, and it's like, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The obscenely ridiculous Saw franchise does this the best.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I am.
Okay. Saw 18.
I think they
Nope.
finally ended it at 8.
God, that's so many. My wife and I just watched like the first two for Halloween.
The first one was excellent. I'll give them that, but I just
First one
didn't
was
watch
great.
after that.
Well,
First one was
we've
great.
only
I
seen
saw-
the first two, so
I saw Saw 2. Saw 2. And it was pretty good, I guess. It wasn't bad. But the first one.
They probably
usually
could have
that's the
ended after
way
that.
Horror movies go.
I
That's usually the way horror
picture.
movies go.
I haven't seen, but like the first two, but I picture like a downward exponential curve for the Saw movies.
Mhm.
Like they just tank as far as quality, and then just kind of level off somewhere.
That's the way. Like I said, that's just the way horror movies go, though. I think the first one's always pretty much the best, and then they just bottom out.
Yeah.
They
Just
just try
nosedive.
to. They just try to push it into the ground. The only movies that have gotten better with sequels, it's not a horror movie, is the Fast and Furious, because they just get more and more ridiculous each time.
That's fair.
And that's what you go in to see. That's what you go in to see when you go to watch that movie is ridiculousness.
Yep. It's
Mhm.
actually pretty funny that you mentioned that. I just picked up the entire collection, and the box set that they have, if you haven't seen it yet, is a freaking wheel.
Nice.
The case is a wheel. It's great. You got them at Best Buy for like $60. I picked it up on sale, and I have yet to regret that purchase.
I'm a
Actually-
huge fan of the Fast and Furious series just because it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And it's fun.
I actually haven't seen hardly any of those. I saw the first
man.
couple, maybe. See,
They're
Oh, man.
fun.
they did like some kind of Tokyo Drift thing, and that just killed it for me.
It was the
Tokyo
weakest of the
Drift.
franchise. However, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
I was just gonna say Tokyo Drift wasn't their best bet.
It was the weakest of the
I think-
franchise. But
Yeah.
in context, it takes place in the future after the 6th movie.
Uh-huh.
So if you look at it in context, it's actually not a bad film.
Yeah, and when The Rock shows up, it just
Makes it so much better.
Yeah, the movies are just great once The Rock shows up.
He reinvigorated that franchise,
Mm-hmm.
which I think he showed up in 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah, I can't remember.
So no, it wasn't 4. 4
Yeah,
was when they went down to Mexico. 5 was when The Rock showed up, and they're off in some South American continent city.
But
Welcome everybody
The
to
acting-
the Fast and the Furious podcast.
oh yeah, I guess we shouldn't.
No, go ahead. Keep going. I don't care.
I was just gonna say the acting is beautiful. It's just like there's a lot of one-liners like "I live my life quarter mile at a time" and stuff like that. It's just great. So, anyway,
Right.
Nightmare
Back
on Elm Street.
to this
I
kind
thought
of okay game.
I thought the music was pretty awesome.
The music was good.
See,
Yeah.
I'm on the other side of that. I was not a fan, especially when you get to the junkyard, which it was just a disorganized mess at that point.
hmm
The rest of the music was okay though.
Okay. Though the junkyard, I can't quite think of what it is off the top of my head, but I thought there were some songs that were just okay and some songs that were actually really good. That's kind of my
Yeah.
opinion of it.
And I think not. I know we keep comparing it to Friday the 13th, which I think is appropriate because those movies were always kind of rivals anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is exponentially better than the Friday the 13th music.
Yeah.
The Friday the 13th music was so bad,
It was the
But
same
this-
thing over and over again in that game.
and
It
it
really
was
was.
like dagger music. It was just it was awful. So, and they actually play a little homage. I don't ever remember hearing it, but I remember reading about it. They do the 1, 2, Freddy's Coming for You song.
Yep.
At some point.
In the game.
Well, it's when you're asleep and Freddy's actually about to come for you. You know, when I was mentioning earlier about Freddy actually popping over and harassing you during the sleep
Right.
portions, that's when they start playing. Is when he's right about to come up and come after you.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
I thought that was cool.
So,
Yeah, I guess I kind of can hear it now that I think about it.
yeah. So,
And the graphics were okay. I don't know if I watched a video of the 4-player, and it gets pretty ragged as far as slow down and pop in and flickering and stuff.
Yeah,
But when you're playing it 1-player, I thought the graphics were actually pretty decent, really.
they did an okay job with the game. I'm not going to knock it. It's just that it's an LJN game and it immediately has that reputation of being utterly horrible.
Yeah, I know it, and I kind of feel like this game gets a bad rap just because of that, more so than it probably deserves.
I can see that.
It's kind of like I kind of feel the same way about Jaws. I know Justin agrees with me. I think there are a smattering of LGN games that if they were put on a different under a different publisher and people didn't even know they were LGN games, then they probably wouldn't bash it as bad.
Probably.
yeah. I agree with that.
And I'd agree with Jaws as well. It's a pretty fun game.
We had some pretty fun times with Jaws growing up.
We did. I think we talked about them on the Jaws. Didn't we have a Jaws episode? It's been so
We
long
haven't
now.
had a Jaws episode. That was actually like our 4th episode, and people were in an uproar.
Oh yeah. It was like the first time we had done a bad game, and people were like, "Why are you guys doing a bad game?"
Yeah.
Because it's about NES. It's not about good or bad games.
That's right.
It's just about the console, man. Come on.
We try to mix it up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a whole lot else to say about this game, honestly, that I haven't already said.
Yeah, I have another.
Justin, you got any last words?
No, I guess I've pretty much said everything I need to say.
I think that last little bit that we said pretty much sums it up. As far
Yeah.
as this game, it's pretty good. I would encourage people to give it a shot. Actually,
Yeah, if it's on Halloween, go for it. Have some fun.
I guess we need to do the "Is it worth it?" Justin, do you know how much this game is?
It was about. It looks like the cheapest on Amazon used was about $8.
Okay, so you should be able to find it pretty cheap. Yeah, I would say it's worth it.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, $8. It's not
$8. The shipping almost costs more than that.
You know,
No.
the game we played last show, Legacy of the Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to make a lot of people mad right now because I think I would rather play this game than Legacy of the Wizard.
Wow. I am impressed. That was one of my favorite games growing up too.
I know a lot of people like it, and I can see why people
That's
like it. But I don't know. I just think I
Yeah.
like this game better for some reason,
That's fair.
and it may just because I don't have the time to invest in Legacy of the Wizard.
Maybe.
This game doesn't take quite that investment. But anyways, so there you go. I think it's worth it. All right, we got any trophies?
I got a couple.
Okay. Go ahead and start us off then, Justin.
First one's Snake Charmer, and that is kill 10 snakes by punching them in the face.
Okay, that's good. Um, you got any, Paul?
Go away, you bleeping stone dropper. And that is to kill the bats kill like 10 or 20 bats dropping stones.
Is that what's dropping the stones? I just thought they were
Yeah.
just falling from the sky.
Well, it depends on the situation. In later levels, like if in the junkyard and in Freddy's house, you'll find bats dropping stones and just following you around. It's really, really irritating.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't like the stones falling from the sky. I'm going to go with. I didn't come up with any. I thought I could come up with one on the spot, but I can't do it.
Fair.
All right,
I'm going to
got
come up
one.
with one before you guys are done.
I got one. This is a little throwback to one of mine and Mike's favorite bands, Dim Bones.
Nice.
And that is actually beat the game.
Nice.
Collect all the bones, beat the game. Put them in the incinerator.
Cool.
It's one of my favorite bands as well.
Nice. I like Alice in Chains stuff. We actually listened to it last night. A little bit, my wife and
Sweet.
I. It's good times.
Yeah.
Rooster's probably in one of my top 10 songs of all time. That's so good.
Perfect
Yeah.
song.
So
You,
good.
I listen to it all the time.
actually kind of
Yeah.
borrowed one of my achievements,
Okay.
and that would have been Edward Scissorhands, which
Oh,
would
yeah?
be to beat the game. Edward Scissorhands
Oh,
question
nice.
mark.
I thought you were going to say like Snuff the Rooster, and that is beat Freddy.
No, that would have been worth. That would have been a good one too. There you go. You came up with your achievement.
Okay, there's mine. Snuff the Rooster. That's cool. Kill Freddy. It only works in the context of this show, but it's fine.
True enough. Although he does wear red.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, I just made this one up and I like it. This one is actually a non-achievement trophy. This is fall asleep and get killed by Freddy. And that is, I'm going to call it No Freddy trademark.
Nice.
Nice.
I've got another one then. It is Dreamweaver, and that is fall asleep while playing this game in real life.
Wow.
So
It's
Oh, okay.
yeah. Like I've actually I could actually see myself doing that if I was sitting in bed doing this.
yeah, see there you go. So Dreamweaver, but you got to sing it like.
Fall asleep playing this game. What are the asks? What's going to happen to you? I'd be afraid.
Well,
Freddy
it
might
depends-
come for you.
That's right.
8-bit Freddy comes and kills you.
Yes.
That or
made through dreams.
even worse, burn in on your screen.
Oh no.
That would be awful.
So that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't have much
All
else.
right,
Unfortunately.
anybody?
Let's
Okay.
let's rate it. Let's give it a rating. Justin, Dream.
Say, a dream. Um. Let's see. We could do dream.
Okay. Is this like a dream that people typically have, or like a dream that we've actually had?
It could be either or.
Okay. All right. Go ahead then.
I'm gonna go with a clown dream because it can either be good or it could be bad. Because clowns can either make you happy or try to kill you.
Okay.
And for this
Or
game,
both.
it's kind of like there's good aspects about it, and there's really bad aspects about it. So
Fair enough.
Okay. So, and it could all happen within the same dream. You know, the clown could be making you happy, making you laugh, and then trying to kill you.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
I'm not a
makes
fan of
you
clowns.
he makes you a balloon animal sword, and then stabs you to death with it.
There you go.
See, a clown dream for me would just be all bad. I can't stand clowns.
So no good in clown dreams for you.
No, not at all. It's all clown shoes for me.
Okay, my dream is going to be a false awakening dream. You know, it's one of those where you're in the dream and you think you wake up, but you're still in the dream.
And here's
Because
the most fun part: is that those always happen in Freddy movies.
I know, right? So
Perfect.
that's it's a two part not trophy, but 2-part rating for me. So those That happens in the Freddy movies all the time, and this game, I feel like it's kind of like you get this sensation of like accomplishment, but then you realize that there's still so much left to do, and then you die, and then it's kind of like false accomplishment as well in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
I dig it.
All right, Paul, you got us a rating? A dream rating?
Let's see. I would think the whole naked during taking a test dream. Yeah, that's something everybody has, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have this sort of embarrassment that you're enjoying it. How's that?
There you go. That's perfect. It's embarrassing. Enjoy it. Works for me. We didn't get any feedback. I forgot to. One, it was a short shrift here, but I also forgot, so I didn't post feedback. So apologies out there. And I don't think we have a phone call, but the person was Ivan as usual.
Okay.
Our call me lately, Ivan. He left us. He may have actually left us 2 voicemails, but one of which he immediately emailed me afterwards and said, "Don't play this on the show. It's not exactly family friendly."
Wow, fair enough.
Okay. All right.
He said we could, if we ever do another next Patreon, we could probably do it because it's really not that bad. But I'd probably best to keep it out of the normal show. But it is really funny, so can't play that one. But he did send us another one. He says he has a bone to. Google Voice says, "Hello, dude. This is Ivan, and I'm afraid I have a bone to pick with you." So,
Oh, no.
All right.
I didn't screen this one, so let's see what this is.
Well, at least he didn't email you until you can't play it.
Hello, dudes. This is Ivan, and I'm afraid I've got a bone to pick with you. You see, I just downloaded your latest episode expecting to get another stellar Two Dudes podcast, and what do I get assaulting my ears but those hosers from Genesis Germs? I think to myself, it's got to be a mistake. I must have clicked on the wrong podcast, but I go back and check, and the episode is definitely from the Two Dudes. I knew you wouldn't do this to us on purpose. Could the germs pack you? Now, I'm sure you guys are saying try and go download it again, and you should hear Legacy of the Bromance. But I got to say, I got no internet at home. I have to drive 30 minutes into town to get online, so it just ain't happening. Very disappointing, dudes. Makes me feel like I did the time I got home from McDonald's and found out they give me a hot dog. Oh, well. Better luck next time, dudes.
That happens?
Nice throwback, Ivan.
Yep, we talked about a
Yeah.
long time ago. So, Paul, we used to have this. Back when we were in like late middle school, early high school, and prank calling was fun. A friend of ours would call the McDonald's and say that he ordered a quarter pounder, and when he got home, it was a hot dog.
Wow.
And they would be like really apologetic and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened." And it's like,
And they really don't know how it happened.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. What was the Dane Cook thing where he said order something off the menu that's not really there? Only this was a tell them you got something off the menu that's not really there. So
That's fair.
it's funny. They'd always say bring it back in and we'll make this right. And he's like, well, I can't bring it back in. I live 30 minutes out of town.
yeah, it was great.
It's good stuff. So thanks for that throwback, Ivan. And I'm not sure which episode he's talking about that had the Genesis gems on. So we never did that.
No, I think what it is one of the episodes I used the intro.
Oh, I see. Use Nick or Rob or somebody.
Somebody said this is the Genesis Gems podcast, and then it was like, oh no, it's not. And whatever.
Gotcha.
So
I
we
think
did
that's
get
what-
hacked. We did get hacked. All right.
Well then.
Yeah.
So thanks, Ivan, for the call. That was excellent, most excellent. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that we didn't get any feedback, but
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a short time between podcasts. You really can't complain too much, I guess.
this is why we went to 2 weeks instead of 1
Yeah. To get more.
to get more feedback, more time with the games and stuff. Although we didn't really need that much more time with this game.
And it is a special episode. It's Halloween.
Special episode. It's Halloween. Yep. So we had to get that one out. So,
Okay.
Paul, tell people a little bit more about your show and mainly where do they find it? Of course, I guess YouTube, but you know.
Yep. Yeah, just go to YouTube, search for What's Paul Playing Today. I will mind you that it is not as family friendly as Two Dudes in an S. I curse a lot, and I hope you guys appreciate that I haven't cursed at all during this episode. I made sure to keep that rated G. So there is a lot of foul language because, for one, I'm playing Dark Souls. If you go to the Twitch channel, I am going to curse. I guarantee it. There's a lot of it. You can
That's why we don't. That's why we don't talk while we play these games.
Yeah. That I can't blame you on that one. It's twitch.tv/RAZOKKULL. I will be changing that soon, but for now, that's where you can find me. Just search for What's Paul Playing Today on YouTube, and you'll find a whole bunch of fun stuff there. I am pretty excited. There's some new stuff coming on the horizon. I am starting up a new website with a friend of mine. It's called Loaded Cart Gaming. If you head over to facebook.com/loadedcartgaming, there's going to be a bunch of cool stuff happening really soon.
Sweet. We'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/loadedcartgaming, right?
Yep, you betcha.
Awesome.
Sweet. Let's see, what else, Justin? I guess we got some stuff we could say about our show.
Listen to our show.
There you
Yes.
go. All right.
Listen
I
to
will
dude.
say, I would like to give a couple little shout-outs. We got some Patreon people, and
Yep.
I'd like to mention a couple things as far as Patreon goes, too. One being, I'd like to remind everybody of what they've done with the Patreon, we kind of gloss over all the cool things that have happened since we started the Patreon. But one is, eventually we started doing advertising on the show because we were trying to cover our domain costs and hosting costs and stuff. And so we had ads going for a little while on the show, and then we started the Patreon, and we cut that out because we don't need to do that anymore. So there's one thing that you Patreon people do, and there's no more ads. No ads. The ads lasted for 5 episodes maybe, Justin.
Yeah.
We didn't have to do them anymore. The other thing is our audio quality has taken a huge spike because we got Justin some gear, some sweet gear.
Right.
And we did. We had a junk box that we're continuing to do. It'll be going back around. It's finally came back to me, so it's going to go back around again. An NES
Sweet.
junk box, all sweet NES stuff. And we've been giving out games, not every show, but most shows we've been giving out the game the best we can. And I honestly didn't. I haven't had time to get the game, but I'd like to give this one out because it's not super expensive.
Yeah.
We could probably
$8.
afford to give this one. Yeah. So we should be able to give this one out. And so that's a pretty sweet list of things that we've been able to do thanks to Patreon. So thanks again to the Patreon people. A couple of new ones that we've gotten. There's our train. Everybody's got a train, right? You're not a good podcast unless you have a train.
All right.
I see Trainsy has moved over to Two Dudes instead of going on Tadpog.
Yeah. They switched. They moved places. We moved into their old place. So.
Makes sense.
So I'd just like to thank Tom Foreman, a recent Patreon contributor, Gamercast, Robin J. Of course, we donated $1 to them. They just turned around and donated $1 to us. I guess it's just kind of like a mutual.
You're breaking even.
Admiration there, And Ivan, of course, Ivan has donated to us now, and Craig Hessel, Bob Sestodio, and James Elliott are all some newer Patreon contributors. Thank you guys. Definitely a heartfelt thank you. We appreciate that. That's pretty much it. You want to shout out any of the Retro Junkies? Don't shout out Genesis Gems this time, Justin, but go ahead and shout out some of
I'm
them.
not showing that. How about Retro Obscura?
Yeah, I like those guys.
Or
Good people.
well, maybe Turtle Flakes, although they
No,
I
let's
think
not
they
shout
were
them out.
refusing to come on our show.
Yeah, they were. I don't know what the deal is. They just don't like us anymore, I guess. Not only do they refuse to come on our show, but a few episodes of theirs ago, right before they started to do our show, they were like, "Hey, we're going to do another show with NES dudes, right?" Or two dudes. They actually announced it on their show. They said, "We're going to do it," and then they've not ever mentioned it again on their show. It's like they're kind of trying to slowly make us disappear.
Aw.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's sad.
I understand. Rob.
Whatever.
I'm assuming it's Rob, not Josh, because Josh likes us. I think Josh likes us. I think it's Rob that doesn't like us.
Rob doesn't like us. Yep. So
It's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah. So.
There's a bunch of news shows and stuff on the Retro Junkies also. So it's become so hard to keep up with who all is in the Retro Junkies. So I would recommend just going to theretrojunkies.com.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's theretrojunkies.com.
I would pull it up, but my internet moves so incredibly slow when Google Hangouts is running.
It's theretrojunkies.com. Trust me. So go to theretrojunkies.com. There's sweet stuff there. You go to the podcast tab and you can scroll down like forever because there's like 40 podcasts. So
Dang.
and there's articles and videos and stuff like that too. So
Yes. Okay.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
All right. Well, you can find us, the two dudes, at twodudesandannest.com, nesdudes.com, and nintendudes.com. You can also find us on any social media like Facebook and Twitter, and you can always call us like Sir Ivan does at
775-773-8761. Or how else can they call us, Justin?
775-7-retro-1.
That's right. I think that's everybody's favorite. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know.
It's a lot of sevens.
Yeah, lots of sevens. Seven. It's good. It's a lucky number, right? Lucky 7.
Yeah.
You call us and you get entered in a chance to win. Good luck
Nice.
for the day.
Just that day, though.
Yeah, just that day. You have to call us every day to get the good luck for the day.
Yeah.
Entered in for a chance to win. Good luck for the day every day that you call us.
We'll be announcing the winner of Good Luck next episode.
Yep.
Do you have like a backlog of those 7 days, or I guess 14 days between episodes?
Yep.
All right
We'll
then.
be like,
Ivan. So far,
welcome
it's been Ivan. Every time Ivan calls, he just wins the good luck.
That's its default.
Yeah. I think Atari Man won some good luck one time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nice.
Dude Jay gets some good luck around then.
Yeah, Dude Jay gets some good luck every now and then. I mean, there's not a lot of people that call, so it's easy to pick the winner. You know, just if you call, you pretty much get the good luck. So.
Fair enough.
All right. Well,
All
thanks,
right.
thanks, Paul, for coming on.
Oh, I appreciate you guys for having me.
All right. Thanks for coming on. Yeah. It's been a good show.
It has. It has.
All right. I guess the next game. Oh, we did need to mention, Justin, one more thing. We're going to take another little break, like we always do. This is actually the last episode of season 3. This would be our 3rd season, so we're going to take a little break. I will say, Teeter does not like that. That's my dog.
Yes.
She does not like the idea of taking a break.
She's quite upset.
But no, there's probably somebody walking by the house. You know how she is. If they walk by the house, she hates the walkers.
Jerks.
Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back. But I did want to also say that even though we're taking a break, I don't want to leave the Patreon people out. So Justin and I will record a few episodes during the break as just talking. We'll just record ourselves talking or something, just talking about random things. Yeah. So that the Patreon people can still get. I would hate for we always take breaks, right? About once a year we take a break, and I just don't want to take a break, and then the Patreon people will still be contributing and not
Maybe
getting
talk
anything.
about what else you getting playing.
Yeah, we can talk about what
some
else.
modern stuff.
Yeah. But we'll be back. Probably give us a few weeks break, week to a month break, and then we'll be back. Just in time for Christmas.
Perfect.
Yeah. Can't miss Christmas episodes. Last year's was epic.
It was pretty epic. I don't know if we'll be able to top it, but we'll try.
Yeah. Of course you will. Gotta have a positive attitude, right?
That's right. All right. Well, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks, you guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.